This is the other one you wanted to talk about today, which I hadn't seen this yet. I'd only seen the original trailer.
It is so good. So basically, it's him transforming into Morbius.
So this is Morbius, Jared Leto's the new property from Sony. They're also doing a Kraven the Hunter.
Really?
Oh yeah. So I think Sony is the way to go in like the next 5 years for sure. And I was like, okay, I'm not a huge fan of PG-13 horror. I mean, I'm not a fan of horror in general.
Same.
Like, that's just me. But PG-13 horror is almost worse. But this trailer did it fairly well, right? So I did not realize that this has Michael Keaton in it. I don't know which character he plays.
We'll
it's
find
not listed.
out.
Well, it's not listed on the.
We'll find out.
So, in the trailer, basically, he goes through and he just destroys a bunch of bad. And there's one particular scene. You watched it, right?
Okay. I did watch it.
Okay, so we'll go through the article first, and then I want to talk about this one scene and one of the reasons why it gives me so much hope for what's going on here. And this article is from Cosmic News and says, Jared Leto's Morbius clip teases the transformation. Sony happens to be crushing it when it comes to all their Spider-Man hype, so why not add to with a new clip from Jared Leto's Morbius movie with the transformation, as well as a cool new poster teasing a new Marvel legend arrives. A new poster teasing a new Marvel legend arrives. Watch below. It says, is he here to save the world or destroy it? Watch Dr. Michael Morbius and his sinister alter ego in this exclusive scene. Coming exclusively to movie theaters on January 28th. So again, a non-summer release. That's kind of wild. It says, the Flick's social media site also adds about the poster, in the shadow of every hero lies a villain. Jared Leto is Morbius. Recent rumors also offer Michael Keaton has been involved in shooting additional scenes for Morbius as his Marvel character, Adrian Toomes, a.k.a. the Vulture. Okay, so from No Way Home. Or from Homecoming. From Spider-Man Homecoming. That's awesome. It says, here's a synopsis. One of the most compelling and conflicted characters in Sony Pictures' universe of Marvel characters comes to the big screen as Oscar-winning performer Jared Leto transforms into the enigmatic anti-hero Michael Morbius. Dangerously ill with a rare blood disorder and determined to save others suffering his same fate, Dr. Morbius attempts a desperate gamble. While at first it seems to be a radical success, a darkness inside him is unleashed. Will good override evil, or will Morbius succumb to his mysterious new urges? One of the reasons I love this is because they're just going back to like old school themes. This is not identity politics. This isn't modern takes. This is just good versus evil, right versus wrong. The hero's journey, you know, and he's not even like a classic hero. He's an anti-hero, right?
Yep.
So in this movie, Michael Keaton, not just him, Matt Smith, and it's got the same cinematographer, Oliver Wood, who did the Bourne movies, and Daniel Espinosa directed one of my random, really favorite movies called Safe House with Denzel Washington and Ryan Reynolds. So I'm like really, really excited about this movie, and it feels like I shouldn't be because it's just not. I was never a Marvel guy, right? So I'm really excited about this.
I'm just really excited because Sony, like how you said, like Sony, like when they do Marvel movies, they do it right.
Well, lately, I wouldn't even say necessarily long term, but they're...
Yeah, like excluding that's 21st Century Fox.
You're not a fan of Hawkeye going on right now, right? So that is quintessential Marvel. It's the winking at the camera. It's all of the identity politics. It's all of the, the weird feminist elements that have kind of creeped in since Phase 4. Whatever you think about that can work. It's not my thing, but it can work. But it's very hit or miss in a lot of these properties, right? And there's a scene in this trailer, right, where one of the security officers comes into the doctor's lab and he calls her nurse, right?
Yeah.
And he says, "Evening, nurse," and she goes, "You can't be in here." She goes, "I'm not a nurse, I'm a doctor." And he says, "Oh, you're still the help, like me." The like me part is what's important. If that had been a regular Marvel property, he would have been just a one-dimensional bad guy rather than just kind of a jerk. The guy comes off as just an asshole in there with doing his security check, and that makes all the difference in the world to me. If he had just said, "You're just the help," I'd have turned it off immediately.
Yeah, it would have been more funny if if she's like, "I'm a doctor," and she actually has a PhD in psychology.
Well, I don't think that really would have worked for the theme of the trailer, but she was a medical doctor. So, but the guy is just he's a jerk, right? He's a jerk, but he's not being a jerk in a one-dimensional way. And they really just do it as a vehicle to give Morbius the impetus to then attack. It lets him off the hook in a way. which they have to do in these movies. They don't do it as much with the Punisher, or they do it with the Punisher too, right? So, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow. But they make the characters that they're beating up really, really one-dimensional usually, and so it does it in this, but not in the same way. He's not just an asshole who's mean to the Doctor. He's kind of just really, really nihilistic almost in a way. He's like, oh, we're all the help.
Yeah.
So it's less spoon-fed, and it's less look at this bad guy, watch him get taken out by the good guy. It's just a guy who just happens to be kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
And that type of nuance is lost on modern day on modern day MCU to me.
Well, I just feel like Jared Leto can play any character. He did play the Joker, right?
Yes.
He did play as the Joker.
You never saw?
No, I did. I did a little bit, but I don't know. I just don't care for it. I don't care for Suicide Squad that much.
The first Suicide Squad movie was awful, but in general, he's a fantastic actor, right?
Yes,
so
he is.
I'm excited about this because I see some nuance there. Sony is definitely the future. I don't know any of the details about the Craven movie, but that's apparently a thing.
We need to do more research on the Craven series, or is it a movie?
I think it's a movie. So that will be. So then we have Venom. We'll have Craven, and we'll have I guess technically Spider-Man as part of there because they're now all interconnected.
But
and
a
then
different
also
Spider-Man.
Morbius.
What if they introduce Miles Morales, like a live-action Miles Morales? Like,
That's not outside the realm of possibility.
Well, like imagine this. Like I can imagine it like the cartoon series that they have. Like he jumps into a different dimension hole and he becomes live action. Wouldn't that be really cool? Think, Sony. Think.
It's not hard to believe that they could do that, right? So I don't know how the rights would work with that. With all of these characters, there's like 1,000 things that have to go on between Sony and Marvel, because basically, as far as I know, Tom Holland is basically on loan to the MCU.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they would pull that off, or if Morbius then gets pulled into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But very, very cool. I'm excited because Daniel Espinosa did direct Safe House. Really, really good movie.
Yep.
And I'm pumped.
Yep.
So
same.
I don't know. Is it? Are you going to come with us to see that one when it comes? See Morbius when it comes out?
Yeah, I definitely will, because like now it's our job to watch it, and then we have to review it. And then, are you going to take notes? Because I think I'm going to take mental notes.
I'm done taking notes. I think I just want to talk about it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like when you take notes, it becomes like clinical, and then I always end up forgetting what I wanted to say.
Well, I wanted to take mental notes.
Yeah, it's like
I won't type it out, because that's what I did with the other like TV show reviews, like with Hellbound. I took like physical
that's
notes.
what I'm saying. We were talking about it earlier, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of felt like I wasn't able to really convey what I wanted to say, because I'm trying to look at my notes and it doesn't really work. Like entertainment to me, movies, cinema are all about escapism and how they make you feel. That's the whole point of cinema, right?
Yeah.
Is to get you to emote, to get you to feel something.
Yeah.
So that when I take notes, it becomes clinical and I feel like I don't get my point across.
For sure. And also, were we talking about San Diego Comic-Con and how much the tickets cost?
Yeah.
So for 2022, the ticket cost, I just searched it up. I'm so sorry. Like it just come up in my brain. But it says San Diego Comic-Con badge. So it's a industry badge that covers all 4 days, including preview, issued in your name, not someone else's name like others do. It is over $1,000.
Told you. It's
Yeah.
like $100 is like, no, not possible.
Well, that's before, because I was searching up ticket prices in 2019. They were like $55.
No.
Well,
way. No way.
Well, if we have
2019?
yeah,
No.
but it's for like military discount.
So you're telling me that a ticket that cost $1,000 now was somehow $55 in 2019? No.
Well, my bad. 65. It's 66 without the discount, but if you get a discount, it's $33. I'm not joking.
Let me see.
I'm not joking.
I refuse. Okay, I don't know. It's for a day, or that's no way for the all week.
What
like
did you do?
I don't know. It went away. Like a day pass, maybe. I doubt it. Junior, senior. Okay, yeah. Just say, is that for the whole thing or
No,
for
it's a
one
day pass.
Okay, yeah, it's a day pass.
It's a day pass, but for the whole thing, for 2020, it's going to be $1,290.
It's going to be
$90.
So we're going back in time to 2020.
Oh, I mean 2022. Sorry. Thank you for correcting me. But
I'm glad
then Then Entertainment Weekly, ultra exclusive A-list Comic-Con party. If you want to join their party, that's $5,995.
See, maybe we could write it off as a work expense somehow.
If Tim wants to spend over $10K, or wait, Chris, are you coming with us?
We're not going.
I don't know.
Tell her no. We're not going.
I'll sneak in. We can dress like security.
We could, but I'm too short for security.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody would buy Miracle as
I think
security.
Wait,
the idea that it doesn't look real is what makes people not want to question it.
Now I have to do research. Maybe I can pretend I'm a famous voice actor.
You could do that.
Yeah, I don't know.